Hello and welcome to Quiz Time. I'm Jess, and today I have a quiz on nostalgia. So, are you ready to go back in time? Let's go. Let's have a blast from the past. Do you remember Tang? If so, what was it? A dance style, a sour candy, or a drink? It was a drink. Which of these is another word for nostalgic, sentimental, conjuration, or gleaming? Sentimental. Back in the day, where would you have found a banana seat? In a car, on a bicycle, or in a movie theatre? On a bicycle. What was the name of Michael Jackson's first number one hit? Rock With You, Thriller, or Ben? Yeah, Ben when he was just a young boy. What was the name of the spacecraft that landed on the moon in 1969? Apollo 2, Apollo 13, or Voyager 1? Apollo 2. Which radio host informed the people of the United States that JFK was dead? Rush Limbaugh, Walter Cronkite, or Paul Harvey? Walter Cronkite. Which boy's toy was advertised as the greatest hero of them all? G.I. Joe, Max Steel, or Action Man? Action Man. Who sang the hit 90s song Kiss from a Rose? Seal, Simply Red, or Lenny Kravitz? That was Seal. Which US president was forced to resign after the Watergate scandal? Lyndon B. Johnson, Herbert Hoover, or Richard Nixon? Richard Nixon. In what town does Stephen King's It, the Killer Clown take place? Ludlow in Maine, Derry in Maine, or Durham in Maine? Derry in Maine. Did that make you fearful of clowns? Which came out first, Sonic or Mario? 50-50 chance here. What do you think? It was Mario. Which boy band sang the hit 2000 song Bye Bye Bye? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, or 98 Degrees? NSYNC. Which actor led a Native American activist accept an Oscar on their behalf? Let them. Jodie Foster, Ben Kingsley, or Marlon Brando? Marlon Brando. Who sang the hit 80s single Material Girl? Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, or Kylie Minogue? Madonna. Not sure that's a very good likeness. I'm the king of the world is an iconic line from which movie? Titanic, Scarface, or White Heat? Titanic. Who sang the American national anthem at the 1991 Super Bowl during the height of the Gulf War? Cher, Tina Turner, or Whitney Houston? It was Whitney Houston. What was the name of the popular 80s painting show with artist Bob Ross? The Joy of Art, The Joy of Painting, or The Art of Painting? The Joy of Painting. Which tea brand used chimps in their TV adverts? Barry's Tea, PG Tips, or Tetley's? Yeah, it was the PG Tips. Bowling for Columbine and Fahrenheit 9/11 are documentaries by which filmmaker? Ken Burns, Louis Theroux, or Michael Moore? Michael Moore. Wuthering Heights was the debut single for which female singer? Kate Bush, Whitney Houston, or Dolly Parton? Kate Bush. In which year was the World Wide Web first introduced to the public? 1989, 1991, or 1993? 1991. What animal was Robin Hood in the 1973 Disney movie? A tiger, a wolf, or a fox? A fox. Who sang the unforgettable 80s song Forever Young? Crowded House, Alphaville, or In Excess? Alphaville. On MySpace, what was the name of everyone's friend? Tom, Ron, or John? Tom. Which TV show has the events of each season set within a single day? Westworld, Time, or 24? 24. True or false? The Oscars are over 100 years old. 50-50 again. You're going to be right. It is false. Who sang the epic 80s power ballad, The Power of Love? George Benson, Huey Lewis, or Bon Jovi? Huey Lewis. Which beloved game sees players as a dog, a race car, and a top hat? Monopoly, Candyland, or Ticket to Ride? Monopoly. How many arguments have you had over that game? Woke Up This Morning is the famous intro song of which TV show? Barney Miller, The Sopranos, or Mad Men? Sopranos. Baby Come Back was a popular 70s song by which band? Player, Wings, or Doctor Hook? Player. Did I Do That is the famous catchphrase of which sitcom character? Arnold Jackson, J.J. Evans, or Steve Urkel? Steve Urkel. Who sang the classic 80s ballad All Out of Love? Chicago, Air Supply, or REO's Speedwagon? Air Supply. Which classic kids' toy had the slogan Stretch Your Imagination? Slinky, Play-Doh, or Silly Putty? Silly Putty. The 80s band Oingo Boingo sang which of the following songs? Weird Science, Tarzan Boy, or Pump Up the Volume? Weird Science. Which board game sees you play as Mrs. Peacock, Mr. Green, and Professor Plum? The Game of Life, Dominion, or Cluedo? Cluedo. Complete the title of this, the Supreme Song. You Can't Hurry, Fate, Love, or Life? You Can't Hurry, Love. Which actor played the lead male role in the 1976 movie Logan's Run? Michael York, Michael Caine, or Michael Landon? Michael York. Radio Flyer is a classic brand of which toy? Walkie-talkies, wagons, or wiffle bats? Wagons. Who sang the emotional 1964 song The Sound of Silence? The Beatles, Bob Dylan, or Simon and Garfunkel? Simon and Garfunkel. Who played the role of Mannix in the TV show of the same name? Jim Graves, Joe Connors, or Jack Lord? Joe Connors. Who sang the catchy 1960s song Hit the Road, Jack? Ray Charles, Paul Anka, or Van Morrison? Ray Charles. True or false? The original Mr. Potato Head used actual potatoes. That is true. You just bought the things to pop in it. Who sang the hit 90s song What's Love Got to Do With It? Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, or Shaka Khan? Tina Turner. In what decade did the first Eurovision Song Contest take place? 1950s, 1960s, or 1970s? the 1950s. Been going on a little while. More Than a Feeling is a classic 70s rock song by which of these bands? Chicago, Kansas, or Boston? Yep, Boston. Where's the beef? Is the classic ad slogan of which fast food chain? Burger King, McDonald's, or Wendy's? Wendy's. How did singer John Lennon die? In a car accident, with a gunshot wound, or a drug overdose? Gunshot wound. He was shot. Who played the role of Louis in the 1970s TV sitcom Taxi? Danny DeVito, Sherman Hemsley, or Buddy Ebsen? Danny DeVito. When was the last crewed mission to the moon? 1970, 1972, or 1979? 1972. You deserve a break today was a 1970s slogan for which brand? Kit Kat, Coca-Cola, or McDonald's? It was a McDonald's. Ugh, getting hungry. In what US state was Elvis Presley born? Mississippi, Kentucky, or Tennessee? It was Mississippi. Complete the title of this 1977 Bee Gees song. How deep is your heart, groove, or love? How deep is your love? In the Disney movie The Little Mermaid, what type of creature is Sebastian? A flounder, a lobster, or a clam? He is a cute little lobster. Who wrote the novel of Mice and Men? Walt Whitman, Ernest Hemingway, or John Steinbeck? John Steinbeck. True or false? The Philippines was owned by the US until the 1990s. 50-50. True or false? It's false. You'll never go into the water again is the famous tagline of which movie? Jaws, Titanic, or The Abyss? Jaws. Finish the title of this 1972 Deep Purple song. Smoke on the horizon, bridge, or water? Yep, smoke on the water. Sorry, I won't do it again. In the classic TV show Barnaby Jones, what was Barnaby's profession? A lawyer, a private eye, or a secret agent? A private eye. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl was a hit 70s song for which of these bands? Electric Light Orchestra, The Police, or Looking Glass? Looking Glass. Nobody puts baby in a corner is a famous line from which of these movies? Footloose, Dirty Dancing, or Grease? It's Dirty Dancing. Don't put baby in the corner. In the Disney movie The Lion King, what was the name of Simba's father? Mufasa, Rafiki, or Zazu? Mufasa. How many bands has musician Eric Clapton been a part of during his career? 4, 7, or 9? 9. In the movie Saturday Night Fever, what Bee Gees song played when Tony was getting ready? Staying Alive, Night Fever, or How Deep Is Your Love? In Night Fever. I feel the need for speed is a classic line from which movie? Top Gun, Cannonball Run, or Smokey and the Bandit? Top Gun. Which of these actors starred in the 1968 movie Planet of the Apes? Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas, or Charlton Heston? Charlton Heston. Taste the Rainbow is the iconic slogan of which of these candies? Skittles, Starburst, or Jolly Ranchers? Skittles. TV friends Oscar and Felix are better known as the Dukes of Hazzard, Starsky and Hutch, or The Odd Couple? The Odd Couple. What was the name of the killer car in the Stephen King book movie? Carrie, Christine, or Cujo? It was Christine. Who sang the hit 70s pop song Tragedy? The Bee Gees, Fleetwood Mac, or ABBA? It was the Bee Gees. The twist, the jerk, and the boogaloo are all dance moves from which decade? The 50s, the 60s, or the 70s? It was the 60s. Who sang the classically uplifting 70s song Joy to the World? Three Dog Night, Hall and Oates, or the Bellamy Brothers? Three Dog Night. Jock, Peg, and Trusty are all characters from which Disney movie? Bambi, 101 Dalmatians, or Lady and the Tramp? Lady and the Tramp. Complete the name of this 70s TV show that featured dinosaurs. Land of the, Ancients, Lost, or Forgotten? Land of the Lost. All I Really Want to Do was the debut single of which pop star? Cher, Olivia Newton-John, or Kate Bush? Share. Good to the last drop is the classic slogan of which of these beverage brands? Coca-Cola, Maxwell House, or Budweiser? Maxwell House. Which one of the following is not a Stephen King book? Children of the Corn, The Mist, or Rosemary's Baby? Rosemary's Baby. Actor Sean Connery was born in which of these countries? Scotland, Ireland, or Wales? Yeah, he was Scottish, from Scotland. Which of these three musicians died in a plane crash at the age of just 22? Jim Morrison, Buddy Holly, or Duane Allman? Buddy Holly. What is the name of Popeye's girlfriend? Peppermint Patty, Betty Boop, or Olive Oil? Olive Oil. Who sang the theme song for the movie Shaft? Isaac Hayes, Barry White, or Marvin Gaye? Isaac Hayes. What was the name of Inspector Gadget's dog? Penny, Brain, or Talon? Inspector Gadget. Do you remember it? It was Brain. Who sang the classic 70s dance song Do the Hustle? Baccarat, Heatwave, or Van McCoy? That's another one I can hum. It was Van McCoy. Zach Morris was the main character in which 80s TV show? Family Ties, The Wonder Years, or Saved by the Bell? Oh yes, Saved by the Bell. Did you watch that? Classic show. Can you complete the name of this band? Casey and the Blue Notes, Sunshine Band, or Kisses? Casey and the Sunshine Band. One man's struggle to take it easy is the iconic tagline of which movie? Dazed and Confused, The Big Lebowski, or Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Who did actor Kurt Russell marry in 1983? Goldie Hawn, Meryl Streep, or Angelica Houston? Goldie Hawn. Peter Perfect, Dick Dastardly, and Penelope Pitstop are characters from which cartoon? The Flintstones, Wacky Races, or Top Cat? Wacky Races. Who sang the 70s disco song Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel? Taste of Honey, The Hughes Corporation, or Tavares? Tavares. I'm getting too old for this, beep, is an iconic line from which movie franchise? Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, or Indiana Jones? It's a lethal weapon. St. Elsewhere was a popular 80s TV drama. And where was it set? In a hospital, in a fire station, or in a police department? In a hospital. I'm Every Woman is an unforgettable 70s song. But who sang it? Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, or Shaka Khan? Shaka Khan. In the classic Disney movie Pinocchio, what animal are boys turned into? Goats, donkeys, or rabbits? Donkeys. Al Bundy is the dad of which 80s TV family? Married with Children, Growing Pains, or Full House? Married with Children. Guernica is a famous 20th century anti-war painting by which artist? Francisco Goya, Pablo Picasso, or Salvador Dali? Pablo Picasso. It's clobberin' time is the iconic catchphrase of which comic book hero? The Thing, the Hulk, or Iron Man? The Thing. Who wrote the classic dystopian novel 1984? Aldous Huxley, George Orwell, or Orson Welles? Yep, George Orwell. Big Brother is watching you. Complete the name of this song by Boney M. The Rivers of Righteousness, Life, or Babylon? By the rivers of Babylon. Which of these TV shows had the tagline, "The truth is out there"? Unsolved Mysteries, The X-Files, or The Outer Limits? The X-Files. True or false? The Stonewall riots took place in 1969. In which US city? It was New York. Complete the title of this 1973 political thriller movie, The Day of the Conversation, Dolomite, or Jackal? And this is your last one. Make it count. The Day of the Jackal. So, how did you do today? Drop your score in the comments below, and of course, like and subscribe so you get notified every time we post a new quiz. And join us next time on Quiz Time.